After an atrocious start to the Premier League campaign and struggling in the Europa League, the 2-1 loss to West Ham on the 27th of October 2024 was enough for the Manchester United board to give Erik Ten Haag his marching orders. Despite delivering both the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, it wasn't enough for the board to keep Ten Hag around, even though he's got those ropey tactics and no one knows where they're actually playing. So who's going to be in charge next? We have 4 potential candidates and we're going to simulate them using the power of Football Manager 24 and an updated database to offer sorted out SI. Other databases are available if you want to use them. We're going to find out who's the best, who's the worst. We're also going to have a surprise manager too. Those 4 managers will be Zinedine Zidane, Ruben Almiron, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Gareth Southgate. Now, I did mention a surprise manager coming into this one as well, and that's going to be the previous manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, who's going to be in charge? Who's going to do the best? Let's go and find out. Hi folks, welcome in to the Manchester United Who's Going to Be the Manager simulation that we're doing here. I'm Russ and the first one we are going to look at is Zinedine Zidane. So if we click on the Premier League, we will see that Manchester United have finished 4th. We will confirm that it is Zidane that is in charge here. So there we go. Zinedine Zidane still at Manchester United. Looks like he's won a cup and it is the Community Shield that he's won. So let's have a look at the league to start with. We'll open it up with the stages here. They finished 4th. 19 wins, 10 draws, 9 losses, 65 scored, 51 conceded. 13 points off of Manchester City, who have won the league on goal difference, but we're not really going to be focusing on that. But looking down here, Tottenham and Newcastle are in the Champions League. So how has that worked out? We don't know, but that's not really what we're looking at, are we? We need to look at Manchester United. So if we have a look at their squad, they've gone with the 4-2-3-1 that Zidane likes playing. Højlund up front, he scored 21 goals, 18 goals for Rashford, 12 goals for Mount, 11 goals for Garnacho. It's interesting to see that, where is he? Xerxes, he's only got 7 goals. He only started 5 games, come off the bench, so he's not really going to be happy with that there. The assists came from Ugarte and Fernandez. And how did Onana, what's your name, get on in goal this season? 43 conceded and 6 clean sheets, so it's not bad. Could be a lot better though. Probably that's the weak point in Manchester United, isn't he? He's not the greatest of goalkeepers. How did they get on in all of the other competitions then? So we know they won the Community Shield. They won on penalties there. They were knocked out in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup by Brentford. They seem to have got through the group quite easily in the Europa League. They were 3rd rounded. They had to go to a replay against Nottingham Forest. They were knocked out there. And then they got through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League where they knocked out by Aston Villa. But I think this is a good run towards the end of the season. 5 wins in a row after quite a few losses and draws there. So it could have been a lot better for them under Zidane. They probably want to push on and win some trophies. They are going to be in the Champions League. As I said, they finished 4th there. So he should be happy with that. Did he bring in any players though? He did not. He didn't bring anyone in. And he let 2 players go out on loan. So Daniel Gore and Finney McAllister both went out on loan. So that Zidane, he sits there, obviously top out of everybody at the moment, because he's the only manager that we've had a look at. So the next one we'll go on to will be Ruud van Nistelrooy. So, same as a couple of minutes ago, Ruud van Nistelrooy, how have you got on at Manchester United? Let's have a look at the Premier League. Manchester United finished 3rd. 7 points off of Man City. And let's just confirm that Van Nistelrooy is still there. He is. Hasn't won a trophy though. So, he's 1 down. I guess he's now 2nd. Although, does he go to the top? I mean, he hasn't won a trophy. And he's, if we have a look at the Premier League, he's considerably more points ahead of Zidane, so I guess he edges it. I mean, Community Shield's a Community Shield, isn't it? It's a glorified friendly. So let's have a look at the league in extended form. So we've got 24 wins, 7 draws, 7 losses, 70 goals scored, 35 conceded. That's incredible for Manchester United. Absolutely incredible. One of the best defences in the league. Again, 7 points off of Manchester City. let's have a look at the stats then. How are things in terms of goals? We got Xerxes, Højlund on 18, Rashford with 15 and 11 for Garnacho. We would ignore Jadon Sancho because he's not there. And he preferred, again, it's a 4-3-3 with the defensive midfielder and then the wingers. Where do the assists come from? Again, Fernandes, Ugarte, 10 for Xerxes. And then we got to check out Onana. 35 goals is brilliant, if I'm totally honest. And he's conceded 28 and got 14 clean sheets. I'll be happy with that. I'll be really, really happy with that. I will look at the transfers. Did he bring anybody in? One player, a goalkeeper in on loan from Milan. Played 3 games, conceded 2 goals. So yeah, didn't do too bad for Manchester United. Anyone leave? It's just the standard ones. Tyler Fredrickson's gone out on loan. So has Daniel Gore and Bayandari, I can never say his name. The Turkish goalkeeper they got, he's gone out on loan to Trabzonspor. So let's have a look at the other competitions then. We know they won nothing else. Well, they didn't win anything. So Community Shield, they lost 2-1 to Man City. Didn't start the Europa League 2-1. They lost to Lille, but then it looks like they bounced back there. Got through the third round of the of the League Cup. How far did they get in the League Cup? Got quarterfinals, semi-finals. Oh, they got beat in the final by Man City, 2-1. They took the lead as well by the looks of things. They took the lead and then Phil Foden got it back for them. So they could have won Carabao Cup there under Ruud van Nistelrooy. And they got to the round of 16 in the Europa League before Atletico knocked them out. And FA Cup, they were knocked out in the third round by Fulham. And again, end of the season was fantastic. They beat Man City, lost to Tottenham. I mean, it wouldn't have done anything. They would have needed to beat Liverpool here. And maybe not draw with West Ham to pick up the league title. But I do like that. They've done extremely well there under Ruud van Nistelrooy. And I'm going to say Van Nistelrooy is top now. I mean, finishing third and final of the EFL Cup. It's got to be done, hasn't it? It's got to be done for him. He has to be up there. Let's move on to the sporting man. I think I called him Almiron in the intro. It's a Morin or Ruben Amorim, something along those lines. We're going to do him next. So here we are with the Portuguese man. How did he get on? How did Man United get on? They finished 7th. That's awful. I mean, he's bottom. Has to be bottom now. 7th there. Is he at the club? He's not. He was sacked in December. December the 8th, 158 days in charge. Thomas Tuchel was the man who come in and oversaw the rise up to, was it 7th he finished in? But that's poor. Won 10 games, lost 7, drawn 5 out of the 22 that he had. It's not good. Not good at all. So we can't really judge this, can we? I guess we can only judge it up to the point where he got the sack, which was this game here. It was a 2-1 loss to Aston Villa. And before that, they'd not won in the Premier League since the end of October. They drew with Newcastle, lost to Liverpool, drew with Spurs, lost to Man City, lost to Aston Villa, but it just wasn't enough, was it? In the Europa League, it looks like they were top of their group and doing well there. And they're knocked out in the third round of the EFL Cup, 1-0 to West Ham. Oh, and you wouldn't have made any transfers because we disabled transfers for the first window. So yeah, Almiron hasn't done well. He's bottom. Oh well. Maybe Manchester United shouldn't employ him. Shouldn't give him the job. It looks like he's favourite at the time of this recording. Let's move on then. Let's go to Southgate. Let's see how Mr. Defensive gets on. So how did the former England manager get on? Premier League, Man United finished 3rd. 11 points behind Man City. So he sits there at the moment he sits there in 4th, 2nd? Yeah, it must be 2nd. Is he still there though? That's what we need to check. And I clicked on the wrong one. He is, and he's won the Community Shield, so he goes ahead of Zidane. He goes into 2nd place now. So that's encouraging for Mr. Southgate. Let's have a look at the Premier League and extend it. See how well he's actually got on. 23 wins, 6 draws, 9 losses, 58 scored, 38 conceded. So he needs to score a lot more goals. And as I said, 11 points off of top of the table. but they've secured Champions League football for next season. Let's have a look at the stats before we have a look at the schedule. And what did he play? Yeah, he played his 4-2-3-1 defensive midfielders as expected. Goals then, 21 for Xerxes, 14 for Fernandes, 13 for Rashford. Assists, they came from Fernandes and Ugarte. And I'm going to check this anyway. Onana, what's your name? Conceded 32 goals and got 12 clean sheets. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Not as good as Van Nistelrooy, but it's not bad at all. Let's have a look at the other competitions then. So, as we know, they won the Community Shield, won that 1-0. They were knocked out in the third round of the EFL Cup to Chelsea. Europa League started off well. FA Cup started well. They got third, fourth, and knocked out in the fifth round by Liverpool. And they got to the quarter-finals, by the looks of things, of the Europa League before Juventus knocked them out. But it was an abysmal end of the season. Absolutely abysmal end of the season. So, he's done okay. Could have done better. Let's have a look at Solskjaer then, see how Solskjaer gets on. So, the surprise manager, the one who was here before Ten Hag, it is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. How has he got on? So, let's have a look at the Premier League. They finished third as well. It's a long way behind Arsenal. Arsenal winning the league. Ugh. That makes you feel sick when you say that. 78 points, but more importantly, was he still here? He was, and he won the Community Shield. So that puts him, I guess, into joint second with Southgate. Yeah, we go Van Nistelrooy, Southgate, and Solskjaer, Zinedine Zidane, and then Amerin at the bottom of all of this. Let's go back to the Premier League and see how things actually were. So 24 wins, 6 draws, 8 losses, 61 scored, 39 conceded. And how many points is that? Come on, Russ, do your maths. 17 points behind Arsenal at the top of the table. So yeah, there's a lot of gap to make up there. But I'm sure if they push on from this, they probably could have done. Let's have a look at the transfers. Did he bring anybody into the club? If I can click the right buttons. Yeah, just the one who was on loan from Juventus, and it was sort of the same players that left from the other managers. Stat-wise for the season then, goals, Rashford 15, 13 Xerxes, Garnacho with 12, same as Fernandes and Højlund. Assists were 12 for Fernandes and 10 for Ugarte. The formation he played, similar to Southgate's formation there. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. How else did they do in the other competitions? So we know they won the Community Shield. They won that 1-0. Anthony getting the goal there. Third rounded in the League Cup by Liverpool. Europa League seemed to be decent for them. FA Cup, they got fourth rounded by Queen's Park Rangers. And then they were knocked out in the round of 16 by RB Salzburg in the Europa League. So, that is the tale of the tape. It looks like Manchester United should give the job to Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think they're giving it to him on the interim basis. But as far as I know, at the moment, Man United are paying that release fee for him, so he could be in charge before the Chelsea game. But if you want to see more content like this, drop a comment down in the comment section. Also comment down there who you think should be the next Manchester United manager. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys.